Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential and content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today, first in the door, was Lisa J. Stock. She's with us almost every single stream. And I know not everybody can be here every single day or for hours at a time when we're on, but I do appreciate every moment that everybody can spend. And Lisa J. Stock's been a longtime friend now and has introduced us to other creators. She wants to help us with our finances, and I'm happy to have a good handful of financial channels in the Superchat family, because for 99% of us, we've got monetization on our minds. And wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come through our monetization? So Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with this, not just with the idea of investing, but also saving, building wealth, and staying out of debt together. She does everything in a level-headed and down-to-earth way and is very forthcoming about her own portfolio. She talks a little bit of technical detail, including dollar cost averaging and dividends, but she will introduce us to ETFs and asset allocation as well. She posts frequently, as you can see, at least once a week, usually more often. I've just taken the latest video from yesterday and put that into my catch-up playlist. It's a special playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. Of course, she's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's got some shorts on her channel that have done really well, getting into 5,000, even well over 7,000, halfway to 8,000 views. And then live streams on the channel are frequent, and she'll often have guests. There's Prez the Investor. She introduced us to that creator. And Lisa J. Stocks is on frequently. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. We'd love to push her towards the 3,500 subscribers we know that she's thinking about right now. And I will start welcoming everybody. I see Design with Emma has come in. So thank you everybody for being here. You're going to notice something weird in the chat right now. We've got a couple of our beloved and dedicated moderators, Scratch and Pete PA and Michael's Adventures, two of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, are in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. And in the chat, you're only going to see members for right this second. Now, I promised a long time ago I wasn't going to do any members only. Not that I said I'd never do any members only content ever, but so far we have not, and this live stream is included. But I'm going to test something, and it's really not about showing how community posts can work for everybody. But that's a side benefit of what we're going to try today. So I did put a members only community post out like I have for the last couple of streams, but this stream is unlisted. So the only way that anybody's going to be able to catch this is by checking the community page or when everybody here shares it. So you'll notice for a long time now I haven't been asking people to share. I've taken it out of the introduction message that we have at the top of the chat. And I don't often say it, but I'm going to get back into doing that today. And we're going to see how well that's going to work. So I will ask everybody today to share, if you can, on any social network at all or your YouTube community page. And I will appreciate it greatly. Shades of Grey is here. I'm going to add them to the wheel along with Rushing Wind Mountain, who's already there, with Leonard Mountain Homestead, who's already shared, by the way, Canadian Family Life, and Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, both dear friends who are incredibly supportive, not just to us, but with others as well. Now, if we find that Superchat's too slow today because of this experiment, I'll just make the stream public and we'll get a bunch of people in right away. But I just want to see what happens if we can get some shares and see what that turns into for now. And then it's interesting to see all the different tools that YouTube gives us that we can, kind of turn the dials on how much we're sharing or how much we're promoting to kind of move things in the direction that we'd like, if that makes any sense at all. Right now, we're looking at Bella's Whisper Farmstead. We're going to talk about this channel's content in a second. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then what we're looking at right now is Bella's Whisper Farmstead. So this is a creator who's with us just about every single day, and that's since finding us many months ago. They're now at 1,200 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards the 1,300 we know that they're thinking about. They post frequently, as you can see, usually at least once a week as a minimum. And I group a lot of different types of channels together when I talk about homesteading. It could be farming, ranching, sometimes even gardening, hiking, fishing, camping, and other outdoor channels, just because of the generosity that I find as a characteristic of the creators, if that makes sense, behind these channels. They always seem to want to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead is going to give you a bit of information on their about page. Homesteading on a budget is what they're talking about. Mike and Kristen are here, and they've got some shorts on the channel as well. Lots of outdoor content on this channel. So they got 2,200, 2,600, 3,100 on one of these shorts, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I'm sorry I'm missing all these. Wow. I hope I can catch you for one of these. It's been a month already. I got the notification bell on. I'm hoping to be able to spend quite a bit of time on YouTube this weekend. So we'll see. And for our Canadian friends, Canada Day is on Monday. So we get a special holiday right before our American friends who are going to celebrate July 4th later in the week. So that's Bella's Whisper Farmstead. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I keep forgetting, but YouTube wants to misspell for us when we look for Shades of Grey because there's no spaces in that name. So when we type that in, we want to make sure we get perfect spelling. It will come up probably close to the top of the search results. I find that most channels get to #1 around the world in the search results when they get to around 800 subscribers. These days it could be even a little bit sooner. And the search results, yours will look different than mine because some of it relies on geographics, right? YouTube is always trying to predict what exactly we're looking for, but somebody in the UK might be looking for something different than what is in Australia, let's just say. So Shades of Grey is an example of a channel we got to make sure we get perfect spelling, but then they come up pretty quickly. So 32 subscribers, we'd love to push them a little bit farther on the road to the first 100. The first 100 is as challenging as ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. This channel is going to give us some spiritual inspiration. You can get that from their about page. I'm just going to grab their latest video from a few days ago as well. Oh, it's still in my catch-up list. I just haven't cleared it yet, but it will. That will at least run. If not, I will have watched it by the end of today. Usually I do that every day, and I was late this time. I've had quite a week, but all is well. So shorts on the channel have gotten into 40 views already. Those will continue to grow as they post more and more, and they've got a live stream planned for tonight. As a matter of fact, I already had the notification on for that. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. So in about 5 hours from now, they're going to be live. So I'm hoping I can catch that. Fridays are a monster tough day for me. We're not usually able to stream on Fridays. Trying to move things around and bring a little bit more variety to Tuber Chat. We're expecting to do at least two more streams before next weekend. So we'll be on Sunday, late at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll try for Tuesday afternoon. I'm in the Eastern time zone. And then we'll see if we can slip in one more before next Saturday. That's when we're going to have our video series, episode number 2, how to get 10,000 subscribers and beyond on your YouTube channel, featuring Moz6510 Models, who's been a friend of over 3 years now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Our Michael's Adventures is somebody I've been connected to since the beginning of Superchat. Basically, he came in right after we had first started, like Scratch and PPA. They were not too far behind each other, and that's within our first 50 episodes, really like 30 or 40 between the two of them. And if you can imagine, these creators are here for every single stream that they can be. Now, Michael's Adventures literally makes a point to make sure that I give everybody his regards on the days he can't be here just due to a work schedule. Otherwise, he's here for every stream he can be. He has been a dear friend for now, to me, 4 years, right? And Michael's Adventures cares very much about us in the Superchat family, his audience, and the YouTube journey in general. This is a perfect example of somebody who brings or gives much more than he expects to receive, especially when we think about watch hours. So I know I've said it already, but if anybody does want to swap playlists for watch hours, Michael's Adventures will be happy to do that with you. All of our moderators do it. You can swap with me as well if you want to reach out on Instagram. And then actually I have some news. So I know we've only got a few people in here right now. Maybe I'll make the stream public and we'll pump that up in a minute. But the music channel now, due to Michael's Adventures, Scratch and PPA, our dear friend Jaden, Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, Just Jason Keto and a few more friends, have pushed that channel far beyond the 4,000 watch hours. I looked today and I think it's at 4,069 watch hours or something like that. So thank you everybody for that. We need to hit 1,000 subscribers, but I'm sure that will come in a small amount of time. I'm going to change things up this week too, because my cloud service is going to shut itself down, and we're going to have to switch that up. I've got a computer ready to go beside me, and that's where we're going to be streaming from starting soon. And I'm sure I'm going to get everybody give everybody one or two things to talk about when I switch it up. Not everybody will be immediately happy, but we'll do a mix of a couple of different things over there. I'll keep it as a surprise for now. Michael's Adventures is at 1,340 or so subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 1,400 he's thinking about. This is a creator who posts every single day, 9 a.m. Eastern, and on weekends 9 p.m. Eastern, any day that he's not working. Now, if I understand right, Michael's Adventures might be off for a week starting now, which means that we're going to see a lot of content. We've already seen 2 premieres from him today. And this is a creator that's got over 3,500 videos on his channel, mostly wildlife. He's got raccoons, foxes, deer, a lot of bird watching on the channel. But when we dig through his videos, we're going to see that sometimes he takes us for a ride along. Lots of creators do drive streams like this. Sometimes he'll take us outdoors for a walk around and a story to be told. He gives us a look around either his area or interesting places. And then there's a small bit more variety on the channel, especially in the shorts, where he gets into either a slot game on a tablet here that's done really well at 6,000 views, or a lot of lottery ticket scratching, and then once in a while just a quick look outside. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures, and like I said, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years now on YouTube. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Design with Emma is coming up right now. This is a creator that wants to help us with interior design. And I'm going to get you to pardon me just for 1 second while I get into the channel. I'm going to make the stream public. It probably wasn't a good idea, my experiment today. I've been wanting to do it for a while, probably at least a week, if not 2 weeks. but it's best that we just make it public, let everybody come in, and if it gets too busy like usual, then I will calm it back down. So all I have to do is go over here, public, publish, and now we should start seeing quite a few more friendly faces coming through pretty quickly too. Design with Emma is up on the screen. This is a creator with almost 2,400 subscribers right now, and this creator will not only give us inspiration when it comes to the idea of interior design, but they'll also take us shopping to show us how we can find especially budget-friendly ideas so that we can achieve the looks we want when we are thinking about interior design. So I'm going to grab their latest video. They post frequently. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list right now. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. And hopefully everybody will enjoy the inspiration that they give us when we think about interior design. Like most creators, they're bringing variety into the shorts on their channel, where a lot of creators will post whatever they think might work when it comes to shorts to try to grow the channel regardless of category or niche. So 17,000, 22,000, 33,000 on a couple of these, and then live streams as well. They seem to be on just about once every week. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I guess I've not caught you either ever or for a long time. Hopefully I'll catch you for one. I've always got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. So we've got quite a few friends coming through right now. I put Dutchfly61 on to the wheel. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead has got a couple of channels. I'll get them onto the wheel right now as well. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Sweet Melissa is also in the house. I'll spin the wheel in another moment here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead we saw. Canadian Family Life's on the wheel. Travel and Gardening with DJ. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Stock Explorer, I thought you were taking a nap. Stock Explorer, we were talking earlier. The Stock Explorer is Nora, and they're here as a member and a moderator, but they are truly a dear friend. They're somebody who sends very interesting things for me, always inspiring, always motivating. And another of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. I was playing a game for a second there, trying to do a little experiment for no reason at all. But I just did, I had the stream unlisted when it started with just a community post for the members to see what would happen. A little bit slower than I wished, so I just made it public, and that's why we're starting to see people trickle in now. Probably won't be quite a rush like it is at the beginning of every stream, but that's okay. We'll be busy enough soon enough. Roadkill Gaming Jory, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, we typically don't do links here in the chat. The only time I do, or the moderators or myself will do links, is if we're really having trouble finding somebody, or if they have a channel that's really, really tough to find. And then, otherwise, once in a while, I'll drop a handle. But we know that everybody's channel is their channel name, and we're really doing a great service for each other when we search, find, and click on each other's names. You can imagine that after hundreds of people start doing that for you, your channel will rise up the search results. Your channel is literally being searched for and found hundreds of times. That trick, by the way, works for a lot of different things. I've got one sponsor. The way that it works when you start getting sponsors on YouTube is a lot of companies will reach out. You have to be aware of scams and things like that. But for a long time now, I've had somebody that sends products for me to review, let's say on my personal channel. And they can be of like some variety. Once in a while I turn things down. But what can happen on a lot of different platforms is there are companies now that are marketing products, and they will have influencers that are sent these products, and between the different platforms, sometimes they will get you to, like, for instance, I literally did one today, and forgive me dancing around, I'm just trying to get my thoughts straight while I'm telling the story. While I'm doing what they'll do is they'll send something. They'll sometimes send things just for free. They'll just send it, which is the best way. Once in a while you'll get one, and it can be legit, but please do your own due diligence. Don't take what I'm saying as advice or anything like that. I got a sponsor I've been working with for a long time. The person who I deal with is an agent or something like that, a representative, and they move companies around all the time, or they work for an agency, I'm not sure exactly. So they send different things from different companies at different times. Once in a while they'll say, can you purchase this on Amazon? And then we'll give you the money back on PayPal. And then can you please do either an Amazon review for us or a YouTube video or something else. But what they often do is they say, please buy this product on Amazon. We need you to buy it from a certain country, because I'm in Canada, of course. And then they'll give you a search term that they want you to look for. And forgive the long speech, but this is what I'm getting at. When we search a specific term, it helps their product rise up the search results, because somebody searched for a specific phrase, found their product, and chose to purchase it. So it helps them with the algorithm on Instagram or Amazon, and other platforms likely work like that as well. Herm the Great, good to see you in the house. Henry Nelson is here. I'm going to put them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. I'll spin in another second here. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Handicap Traveler, our dear friend Grinch 1984 is in the house. Pardon me, Aaron at Lawson, yes. Good to see you here. I know I got behind. And the Bud Files, of course, is in the house. Forgive me, I'm not certain. I think they might have a premiere right this second, actually. I forget who it was that was doing a premiere at 2 o'clock today. I noticed it right before I started Tuber Chat, because, you know, you're on your home page and you get the recommendations for premieres coming up, but they might be doing their 2,000 subscriber premiere right this second. So either way, we'll have fresh content on the Bud Files, but they post every couple of days. Mountain Grandma, good to see you in the house. Yeah, sometimes they're scams. Actually, I would say, in my own experience, I would be very cautious, not to mention I happen to be paranoid, so most I would avoid. But after you've already worked with somebody a couple of times, there starts to be a trust that's built up, right? So I've had that as an idea. But it is possible. So I'll tell you right now, I've got one girl who's a representative that moves around different companies or works for an agency. I'm not 100% sure. In the beginning, she sent a couple of products, but now for 3 or 4 times, I've purchased things like that light that I have on the, it's not lit right now, but the light that I keep on my desk there, that someday I'll move. But that, like for instance, so I would purchase that, they pay me back in PayPal within a day or two, and then I'll do an Amazon review for them and possibly a YouTube video if they want that. Sometimes they want it, sometimes they don't. But I turn down products that are like completely not like relevant for me to be reviewing, let's just say. Creative Beauty Butterfly, good to see you in the house. I think I said hello. Sorry, they picked up a gifted membership there. And that was our Georgia Suburban Homestead. So actually, let's get to that channel right away, and then I'll try to clean up the wheel a bit. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Hilda DC, our beloved and dedicated moderator, is in the house. She's been a friend of 4 years now, too. All of our moderators are. I think there's only one exception. Butler Family Farm, good to see you in the house. I got you on the wheel. Forgive me, because of what I did with the chat today, or with the stream, things were calm for a second there, but they've sped up pretty quick. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're a long time friend as well. They've been with us for 3 years or longer. Oh my dear goodness, I can't catch up with the chat no matter what I do. And there you go, yeah, the Bud Files. 2 years and 2,000 subscribers, my goodness, yes. A couple of milestones all at once. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message. By the way, Mr. Fulton Mraz has got a 25th birthday coming up. And Mr. Fulton Mraz is another friend. He's actually been with me for about 5 years now, before Tuber Chat was even a thought. He's always got interesting news for us in the chat. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. There's just Jason Keto and more. His ears might have been ringing. He's another fellow Canadian. I just mentioned him the other day. Turns out I might be coming to London again for a couple of days sometime over the summer. We're doing some quotes out there. Ace Flaw 1, good to see you in the house. He's been with me for about 5 years as well. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So thank you everybody for coming in. Globy's Travels is also here. My goodness. And then, yeah, remember Fulton Grinch? Yeah, he's been with me since before Tuber Chat was even started, to be honest with you. Yeah, of course. Rushing Wind Mountain, Ruby, that makes sense. Absolutely. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the, I don't want to call it greed, so we'll pretend I didn't use that word, but it can be very easy to just like want everything in the world sent if somebody says like, hey, do you want this thing for free? But then when you think about the things that sit around or get put away in a box and collect dust and eventually end up in a landfill and everything else, when we think about the companies that are spending money doing this stuff as well, it would be great if the stuff could be as useful as possible. Now, to be honest with you, that light that I was given to review, I have not used in a practical application yet, but I expect that I will because I like the product. So that's an example. The only things I've turned down, I forget for the life of me what I turned down. Some children's thing, I don't know, a toy or something like that. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, good to see you in the house. There's been a couple of other things that I've passed on just because, like for instance, if I've got nowhere to put something, if somebody wanted you to send you a chandelier, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true, right? They could send you something and say like, oh, can you review this? You're like, yeah, but I got nowhere to put it. I'm not going to take my dining table, you know, light down just to review that product, let's just say, especially if I don't like it. But there's another benefit to those reviews, or sponsored videos is what I mean to say as well, because I'll give you an example. So let's say a company wants you to review something, so they send you something either for free or they do the whole bit that I was talking about earlier. Essentially, you get the product for free. At some point, you might start getting paid for sponsored videos too. I have only been involved in one paid sponsorship video. I don't chase them. Probably should, but I don't. But the one that I did, we did, the guy that I run a channel for, he did one and it was the biggest headaches we've ever had. Can you change this? Can you change that? Can you do 2 versions of the video? Can you edit it again? And this and that. So I just haven't bothered with that. It was too much work for the trouble for a product we never wanted in the first place, right? But then after you've reviewed a product, which you've gotten for free, there's nothing that says you can't wrap it up and sell it on eBay or something like that. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Good to see you in the house. They are longtime friends as well. Thank you for the generous super chat. They're also a member, and it looks like they've been one of our longest standing members too, which I know, but you can see that by the color of the membership badge there. So I've got them, yes, 2 years. I've got them on the in queue, ready to go. They'll be the next channel that we look at. And talk about our Georgia Suburban Homestead in a quick second. Yeah, see, that makes sense. Jessie Miller Unboxing Zamore does reviews on her channel. That's what her channel is. So she, of course, would have an abundant amount of products. Way too many to be able to handle. So it's not a surprise to hear that she has to turn things down. Otherwise, you know, I don't know if the stories are true because I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but I have heard of some very big YouTubers, very big, that have got, you know, just storages and garages full of stuff that will never get opened, never gets given to anybody, never even gets sold. And I, you know, get a little bit bent out of shape over that. Holy smokes, pardon me. I have the hardest time keeping up with the chat today, so thank you, everybody. Yes, an original. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa absolutely are originals, but incredibly generous and supportive creators. Trigger Thriller Gamer, good to see you in the house. Been a while since you've been in, but I'm 99% sure I recognized that channel from a while ago. So Shades of Grey, we really never know, to be honest with you. I was one of the longest ones, me personally. For those of you who haven't seen it already, I have another channel. I have a personal channel where I just do variety and stuff. That's how I started on YouTube. I started on YouTube running channels for other people. I started my own channel a year later, so my channel's been there for about 6 years or whatever it is, right? But for the number of subscribers that I had to climb to get my own sponsorship offers that were unsolicited, I had to have thousands of subscribers. Whereas the smallest I had seen a long time ago was 800. I believe we've heard another story or two here in the Superchat streams where people have told us they've got sponsorship offers long before. Don Southern Finds, Don, good to see you in the house. I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. But anything's possible, and there's platforms out there where you can seek out sponsorships if you want to, but you know, there's a price to everything, even when something's free. You know, it might be time, effort, or something else, and we can all agree that YouTube is more work than we thought it was going to be. So, you know, when you think about reviewing a product, even if it's free or even if you get paid for it and things like that, you got to consider the time that's going to go into it. Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Chattanooga, Tennessee, thank you, Andy's Journeys, for another super chat. He's done that countless times before, as has Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I'm going to put them both up on the screen shortly. And then, been on Twitch a lot, Trigger Thriller Gamer. And Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is Charlene Heel. Good to see you here as well. She's another dear friend. Actually appeared on both of her channels a while back. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So our Georgia Suburban Homestead is up right now, and this is another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Lots of homesteading channels. We had an influx of homesteaders come through the Superchat family starting about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit longer now. That family and group continues to grow, and I group a few different categories together there, but the similarity in generosity of these creators wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other is overwhelming to me. Kaiser Gaming YT, that's Chris's Clever Craft with a gaming channel. He's a member. I'm going to put him on the wheel right away. And thank you, Canadian Family Life. Yes, I am kind of overwhelmed today myself. I might have to unlist the stream again. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead has got almost 1,300 subscribers. So you get a mix, mostly outdoor content here, but of course they bring us inside, a chance to get to know them as well. We've got some information on their About page where they tell us growing our own food is what they want to inspire or motivate us to do, and it can be a great form of civil disobedience, which is one of my favorite things to read on an About page here on YouTube. They have got 5,000, almost 6,000 views on one of these shorts, 10,000 on one, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. And they're live frequently, almost once a week. But then our Georgia Suburban Homestead has a second channel. And I'm going to see, the other side, NDE. Here, our Georgia Suburban. I always get to the channel this way. Maybe I don't, because they changed the name. I got to find a faster way to do this, because they're here with us all the time. But their channel, this second channel, is a little bit newer, so it takes us a second to get to it. There it is. I'm going to put the handle in the chat for everyone, in case you need to use that to get to them. and I Died NDE. Now, this is the same creator behind our Georgia Suburban Homestead, but they're not just talking about their own near-death experiences here. They're looking for other influencers and participants to share their near-death experience as well. So you can reach out to them for collaborations, of course. 56 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. They're a little more than halfway there. They got one short here already. Yes, oh no, a glitch. I saw that and started laughing because we talk about glitches here on YouTube all the time. Together We Travel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Blur Sunset 377, good to have you back. Thanks for coming in, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Coastal Water, I hope I said hello. I saw you earlier today, and I know you renewed that membership, so thank you for that. I noticed that right before I started Superchat today. They're a longtime friend, and their husband, Backlash Fisherman, is a longtime friend as well. So it's time for us to go on a first break here. Right before we do that, for 3.5 minutes, I'm going to play for you a clip that comes from a new video podcast series, of which the first episode has already been published. The next one comes out next Saturday, 1 week from now. And what these are interview-style conversations with creators who have been friends with us here at the Superchat family for at least a couple of years, and they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. And it's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, Be there for the ones that are coming back, and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're just about back and looking at Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, which was one of our longest standing members, actually, of a couple of years now. And obviously, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. I don't know what it was. I just saw something in the search results. Look at this. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Now, we're going to see that in a moment, it looks like. It's probably a live stream. So, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, and they will give you information on their About section. These creators are constantly meeting up with others at official meetups or small get-togethers and things like that. They've got vibrant live streams, incredibly supportive. Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead is a moderator on I don't know how many channels by now. Known as the Mod Father. Yes, we haven't talked about that in a while. So they've got a video here in their featured position from a couple weeks ago. I'm going to put that video in my catch-up list for today. It's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist could be a great tool for that. Happens to be their latest video. So there's Lisa right there. They mix up the camera work on their channel, as a matter of fact. And they've got some shorts on the channel that have done really well. Also 5,000, 8,000, even 10,000 views and beyond. Pure variety, as you'd expect from most channels. And then live streams on the channel. So they're on frequently now. I haven't caught them in a month already. So hopefully I'll catch them for the next one. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I should be able to be there with no problem. So I've got the notification on. And like I keep saying, we always put a notification on for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams. Even though we have the notification bell on for the channel, that gives us the best chance of catching each other as often as we can. And there you go. Yes, give it away, give it away, give it away. Now, why can I never remember who does that song? And then well over 3,000 subscribers now. So you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they have already or must have already gone through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards a 3,100 we know that they're thinking about. And almost 300 videos after they do their live stream tomorrow night. They will have 300 on their channel in total, which is really, really cool. Milestones of all kinds can be exciting, of course. I see another couple of channels coming in. Duchess of Darkness is here, and Precious Gems is in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Thank you again for another super chat there, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. They have done that countless times before, and I certainly do appreciate that extra generosity. And then Andy's Journeys is coming up for the same reason now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. What you see from Andy's Journeys here, first of all, is the idea that they've taken over our Stream Boss position, which is that video game life meter under my camera there. And my imagination tells me that Lazy Days Ahead probably had the position for a quick second there, but Andy's Journeys came in with another generous super chat right behind them and took that over again. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure, as we can see. Now, Andy's Journeys comes to us from Chattanooga, Tennessee. This creator is going to explore a lot of touristy, interesting places, usually with a lot of history, and then sometimes some hidden places as well. They give you an idea of what to expect on their About section when we have a look at that. And then thank you, Jesse Miller, Unboxing some more, for the highlighted milestone message, and as lover as well. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Together we travel. I think I said hello earlier. I know you've been here for a while. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Andy's Journeys is closing in on 7,600 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They've been making more frequent appearances here in Superchat lately, actually. They've been here for almost every stream, or most of our streams for the last couple of months, I think. So, Andy's Journeys, you get an idea from the thumbnails of the different types of places they're going to bring us. Again, usually touristy type places, or those with a lot of history and a story to be told. And then hidden places as well, so that we can have a look at things we might not have otherwise seen. Shorts on the channel at 3,400, 3,700, 10,000 subscribers and views and beyond, and then live streams are an idea, possibly for the future. They've likely experimented with those. String, I see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Now, hopefully everybody will push Andy's Journeys a little bit farther towards the 7,600 subscribers we know he's thinking about. And thank you for another generous super chat. Andy's Journeys and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Roadkill Gaming Jory is a longtime friend as well. We're going to talk about their content in a second here. And then Patch the Retro Gamer's a longtime friend. Todd Projects is here with us frequently. Coach Sherry has been with us from almost the beginning of Tuberchat. She's a friend of probably 4 years now, or close to it. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody again. Canadian Family Life, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. That's Tiffany from New Brunswick. We're going to put her and her husband's channel up in another moment here. That'll be the next one that we look at. We always put super chatters on the screen right away as soon as that happens, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel, and after another few minutes I'll add another name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. You'll notice Edna's World is here today. That's the creator that was behind the interview from the clip that I just played about 15 minutes ago. So she is coming up on episode number 4 of the interview series. Number 2 is coming out not this Saturday, next Saturday. We're dropping these the first Saturday of every month. Unstable TV will be our guest next month. Edna's World is right after that. And she is another creator who is, I think she was at 12,000 subscribers and beyond when I did the interview with her a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then Leonard Mountain Homestead, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, I've got your channel ready to go right after Canadian Family Life. And Coach Sherry has just renewed her membership, although she's one of our longest standing members as it is, so thank you for that. Over 2 years, I believe, and I've got her on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. And when we look at Roadkill Gaming Jory on the screen, we see 3,500 subscribers and working on 3,600 now. And when we look at this creator, they just got one video, a PS versus Xbox type of thing, a couple of shorts to start out now, but live streams are where the magic happens on this channel. Lots of different popular video game titles here while they live stream, so I'm just going to grab a replay for them. I will put that at the end of my catch-up list. You can rearrange your playlists when you're about to watch them. I always put mine with the shortest videos at the top so that I can watch as many as possible while I have time to, let's say, sit for half an hour, and watch videos. The longer stuff like live stream replays will get run towards the end. So that's easy to do, and you can do that on a computer or on a phone. When we look at Roadkill Gaming Jory, we see Fortnite, of course, Call of Duty, and Apex Legends. Popular games here, but Roadkill Gaming Jory's been a long-time friend as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And let's look next at Canadian Family Life. They just dropped a super chat. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Canadian Family Life is in the house. This is Tiffany, so thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that many times before. They are a fellow Canadian. They come to us from New Brunswick, and they've got a brand new video as well from yesterday. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. And Canadian Family Life will bring us quite a mix of content on their homesteading channel. They bring us indoors and outdoors for grocery haul videos. They bring product reviews, lots of cooking videos, family togetherness, container indoor gardening, and Happy Meal videos and shout outs for other creators as well. When we look at Canadian Family Life, we also see one of the fastest growing channels in the Superchat family over the last 4 years. I believe the biggest reason for that is because of the unbelievably overwhelming amount of support that they give to other creators, and they're here in Super Chat for every single stream, literally for hours at a time, for which I'm grateful. Now, I know not everybody could be here every day or for hours at a time. I just like to recognize it once in a while. Canadian Family Life, I'd love for everybody to get some support coming back from them. Obviously, like I said, Tiffany's a very supportive creator, but you recognize her on many other channels as well because she's generously shared content by hopping in on lots of other StreamYard panels and things like that. This channel's monetized, one of the first monetized under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. They have got super chats and memberships available when we get there. Their shorts are still moving here at 2,500 for a few of these, one at 2,800, one at 5,500. They mix up the content over there, and then they do some live streams occasionally, usually once a month, sometimes a little more frequently. There's her husband, Chris. We're going to look at his channel in a quick second here as well. Chris's Creation Fun. Now, when Tiffany does live streams on her channel, it could be just her. It could be family members that are coming in and out. Sometimes they're all hanging out together. We're going to talk about her husband's channel right now. And Native Wildman, thank you for the super chat as well. We're going to get your channel ready to go in another moment. I am the law. You're making me laugh. And then I see CNS Travel here as well. So we're going to put up Native Wildman right after Leonard Mountain Homestead. CNS Travel is going to be added to the wheel. And Kristen and I, some of you know Kristen Welton, of course, my love. We have been together a long time now. It's getting on 8.5 years. We are lucky enough to be able to give each other gifts for all kinds of holidays and things like that. But Father's Day just passed, and she gave me a bunch of different really interesting stuff. One of the coolest things that she gave me, I don't have it in front of me, was a power bank, but most of us know what that is. It's just one of those things you plug your phone into. It's a battery you could charge on the go anywhere, usually fits in your pocket. And she got me this one that is solar powered as well. So it's really cool because you can charge the thing with a USB cable, like a USB-C, let's just say, or you can just leave it out. Now, literally, it takes days for it to charge if you're just going to use it with the sun. So what I do, I happen to drive a truck, but I put it on the dashboard in this little, they got this little tray thing you can put stuff in. Anyway, so I put the charger there, and what happens is it'll constantly be getting solar, at least during the sunlight, so it'll always be charged. So on those days that I'm heading out of the truck and I'm like, oh, my phone's gonna die, how did I forget to plug it in? The reason why I mention this though, and solar, is because I got a lot to learn when it comes to solar. That's a really simple but very cool product. But Chris's Creation Fun is working on solar for their container garden in the house. Now, he does a lot more on his channel, and we expect a lot more than that, actually. He's done some 3D printing. He's repaired the 3D printer. He's worked on the solar equipment as well. Do-it-yourself videos are expected here, as well as some shorts that he has put out. So Chris's Creation Fun has now locked in his 100 subscribers, so that's an exciting milestone. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 200 he's going to be thinking about soon. And then Traveling Fools, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Entertainment and More with DJ is here. That's a second channel from that creator. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And Chris's Creation Fun and his wife Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, like I said, from New Brunswick. And I expect you'll find them with each other. They're never too far behind each other, even when we're here doing Tuber Chat live streams, for which I'm grateful as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chris's Creation Fun and Canadian Family Life. Thank you again for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for the same reason, Leonard Mountain Homestead is coming up right now. Let's see what they have got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Leonard Mountain Homestead, I'm going to talk about in a quick second. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've just crossed their 1,000 subscribers, and it looks like they've got it locked in too, so that's great. Globies Travels is asking, in my opinion, or our opinion, how critical are live streams to the growth of a channel? Are they like a make or break or something? So absolutely not. You have to decide for yourself, and I know nobody likes that answer, but it's absolutely the truth. There are channels out there that only have videos and nothing else. There are channels that are made specifically for shorts. There's channels that just live stream and do nothing else, like Tuber Chat until recently. We've been only live streaming for 4 years. There are many different audiences on YouTube, not just for niches or categories, but you can almost think of your channel as having a minimum of 3 audiences. There are people who like videos and do not like shorts and live streams. There are people who like shorts and do not like videos or live streams. There are people who enjoy live streams and won't watch videos or shorts. And some people like 2 or more of those formats, let's just say. So you have an opportunity on your channel to reach basically 3 different audiences. And I promise you, when we think about how many people are watching our shorts and our videos and our live streams, the percentages are likely far less than we think that they are. So that's just an idea, and you know for yourself by how many videos you watch, how many shorts you watch, and how many live streams you watch. All of us watch live streams because if you didn't enjoy live streams, you wouldn't be able to have the patience to hang out here in Tuber Chat, because that's all we've done for 4 years, like I said. Now, I'm not saying I'm right, and I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, even if it sounds like that. But I think videos drive a channel, and I shouldn't say I think, because it's absolutely a fact. Now, shorts can be responsible for rapid growth, but you know that usually what happens is shorts get a burst of views, sometimes a second burst. That could be hundreds, thousands, or millions, it doesn't matter. But eventually they seem to stop moving. Live streams never get as many replays as we think they're going to get. And if they do, in my own experience, it's only been within a couple of days. If I've done a live stream that's like blown out of the park, it wasn't my fault. It was an accident. And when that has happened twice now, one of them got 30,000 views, but I planned that sort of. I predicted a timed event that was about to happen. I spent a lot of time working on the perfect thumbnail, so that it was one of those things during COVID where there would be like watch together kind of thing. And it was not clickbaity exactly, almost sort of though, let's just say. If you went to my channel, you'd be able to see it. But after the 30,000 views that it got, that was it, right? And then one time I went out to film those Christmas lights that a lot of us have at winter, right? And in Niagara Falls, where I live, they have an elaborate, it's one of the world's biggest Christmas light shows. So, of course, there's traffic every winter looking for that. I went out to live stream it, but the stream cut off after 8 minutes because it was too cold outside and the phone shut off. And that replay got, I don't know if it was 5,000 views or whatever it was, but it all happened within a day, and that was it, right? So this is just, I know I'm giving a very long speech like I always do, but this is just an idea. But videos have the chance to go on and on and on and on forever. And in my experience, with many more than 7 channels now, because I have, monetized 3 of my own channels. I've monetized 3 for another creator. I've had my hands in a few other channels as well. And out of all of them, videos drive the channel. So that's an idea. Live streams can really help with watch hours. And they can bring a new dynamic to your channel. I know I use that word all the time, but it's true, right? When you change the format. In all of my experience, it is not the same people who are watching videos that are watching live streams. Almost not at all. Some of your most supportive creators, of course, can trick you because they will leave comments on shorts, videos, and streams. I'm talking about your top 100, let's just say. But for everybody else, I believe everybody's going to find that it's different audiences that are coming into these things. And of course, I could be wrong. I've been corrected many times. And every channel is its own beast, basically. So you might find that your YouTube journey does not mirror what I talk about here exactly in Tuber Chat or even close. These are just ideas based on my own experience and what I've learned as the host of Tuber Chat from our family here of channels and creators. But these are just ideas, like I said. And sometimes you see that videos get extra bursts of views. Like I've got a few that surprise me all the time. If you look at your analytics, and I hope that you do, especially on a computer, you're going to be able to see that every few months your top 10 or 12 videos are going to change. And some of the ones you've done even a year or two ago might start picking up some traction again. It depends on what they are. But the last thing I can say about that is on every channel that I touch, one thing that is absolutely true is this. If you can get to a place where you're posting at least one quality piece of content per week, particularly videos, because that's what we're talking about, you have to put out a lot. Trying to make a video that everybody's going to like is really hard. That's what we're all doing, and it almost never happens, right? What happens is we build a catalog of videos. You plan to make 100. And you know that some of those videos are going to fly, and when it is your turn, luck or whatever we want to call it is going to grab a couple of your videos and make them fly. And it is going to be a surprise in almost every case. I have been surprised every single time. And I promise you, the best performing videos that I have done, either on my own channel or others, are full of as many mistakes as anybody else. Editing mistakes, speaking mistakes, stuttering mistakes, saying or 1,000 times. It doesn't matter, right? So these are just ideas again. So long speech, like always, but that's I just want to hit that home because I haven't mentioned it in a long time. So thank you for asking, by the way. However, I know you did specifically ask about live streams. Live streams can absolutely help with growth for a couple of reasons. You're bringing more people in, because if you didn't have live streams, you wouldn't get the people who like live streams. And they're great for watch hours. Incredible for watch hours. So that's an idea. And forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. If anybody needs me to elaborate or clarify anything, just please mention it with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. We're going to look at Native Wildman after we go on another break. We'll do that right after we talk about this channel. We'll make this one a quick one. Leonard Mountain Homestead is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got a brand new video from a couple days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now. They've got some information on their About page. I'll leave it to you to read that. I'm going to do it myself when I get to their channel again. They're posting fairly frequently, as we can see, and then shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,500, 2,700, 3,900 views. Lots of outdoor content on this channel, and then live streams as well. Now, hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I haven't caught you yet, but I've got the notification bell on for every single channel. Why are my notifications not spinning either? Yeah, my notifications should be pumping up. We'll see what happens with that. And then, hopefully everybody will connect with Leonard Mountain Homestead, push them towards the 1,100 subscribers we know they're thinking about. And then Canadian Family Life, yes, it's so much easier to do one video a week and less stressful than when they were doing 3 times a week, no doubt. You know, we can always make a channel move faster by doing more. And if you're not already making a video a week, that's okay. What we have found, though, in every case, is that if you can get to a point of doing a video a week, that's going to help to make your channel really move. And I can tell you this, because I'm almost always behind on my own channel, but whenever we, on any channel that I run, miss a week, it takes a month to get the momentum back. It comes back, but it takes a month to get it back. So that's something to think about. You'll notice, for those of you who do follow me, I often put things far in advance. Like the interview series that we've got here is almost to the point of ridiculousness, because I wanted to make sure that they really percolate in the YouTube algorithm. Not to mention, I don't think we could do 50 interviews in a year, but I could probably do 12, let's just say. So it's safer to do that. We can speed them up if we need to, but I always try to post in advance. Instead, and the idea is that if you can record, let's say, anywhere from 4 to 8 to 10 or even more videos, instead of like just banging them all out in a couple of weeks and then being out of videos and saying, what am I going to do now? It could be an idea to schedule them ahead as premieres or whatever you want to do, because you can always change your mind and speed them up. Right? So that's just an idea. I know I'm just reiterating basically what Canadian Family Life is saying, but I just want to hit that idea home as well. So hopefully, again, everybody will connect with Leonard Mountain Homestead. We're going to go on a break now for 3.5 minutes and come back with Native Wildman. All right, we're almost back. I'm just a little bit behind here. We're getting Native Wildman up on the screen, and they dropped a super chat, as did Leonard Mountain Homestead, the last channel that we looked at. They've both done that before, so thank you both for the extra generous support. Native Wildman, it's been a while since we've had their channel on the screen, but they are closing in on 1,000 subscribers here. They're getting really, really close. I don't know if we can get them quite up to 1,000 today. Whenever we've tried to do the push over the last 4 years, it really doesn't work here because we're so much more focused on quality of connection. We don't want to, you know, try to push you to 1,000 subscribers, and then you're going to lose 10 of them and have to get it all back, because I've been through that too, so I know what that's like. But hopefully everybody will connect with Native Wildman, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. The Virtual Diaries, good to see you here as well. When we look at Native Wildman's content, this is a creator that gives us a bit of information on their about page, fishing, fly tying, knives, other random things. And they've got quite a few more videos. I can see I'm behind for about a month now. I'm just going to grab the latest video. It's a how-to. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists could be a great tool for that. Shorts on the channel have gotten into, wow, 5,000, almost 6,000, one over 10,000 views, which is great to see. And I think that's a new one, actually. That I hadn't seen before. And then live streams on the channel. So they did one about a week ago. We'll probably due for another one. They're on a couple times a month. Pardon me. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. And then thank you, the Virtual Diaries. Yeah, it's been a long time since I posted on Instagram. I really should get back to doing that, but Superchat's been so overwhelmingly busy. Even today I experimented with something that backfired, and that's okay. But it's a nice place to be. In every other case, you want as many people to be coming through your live streams as you can all at once. You know, it's nice to have 1,000 people watching a live stream, or 5,000 and things like that. Maybe someday most of us will get there, right? But here in Superchat, it can become overwhelming. So I just cleared a lot of names off the wheel, by the way. I do that once in a while, usually every hour. And I also add a name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So I'm going to add a name to the wheel right now. I meant to do it just a moment ago. And let us spin. We'll get another channel ready. And Native Wildman, thank you again for another super chat. Like I said, they've done that before. Indiana Backyard Gardener, good to see you in the house. And then, yeah, so no, what happened, Canadian Family Life, what I meant was, actually, it was very quiet in the beginning because of the way I started the stream. And I won't go through the whole speech. Anybody can watch the first 3 minutes of the stream. You'll see what on earth I'm talking about. It's really not worth worrying about. But I tried something interesting today, but it was basically like asking a lot of people to share. So what happened is the start of the stream was much slower because of what I had done unlisting it. Forgive me, now I'm getting into it. I'm unlisting the stream, which sounds ridiculous, but I promise you it's just something I wanted to do. There's reason for it. But the shares probably resulted in the overwhelming flood of channels coming in afterwards, which is always great to have. But like I said, I'm going to clear the wheel once in a while and take off anybody who's, you know, was kind of here for a while but isn't able to stay. Now, I know not everybody can stay for hours at a time every time that we stream. I do appreciate every moment, but the only way I can keep the stream under 3 hours, today I have to go, no overtime today, and keep my voice going, is to limit it to 3 hours, actually. Handicapped Traveler is going to get added to the wheel. I'm actually going to put them in the Stock Explorer spot. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody and anything in the chat. I don't think that I did. The Remaining Remnant, thank you so much. I put your channel on the wheel, but you're gifting a membership right now, and I know India and Backyard Gardener will be happy to have that. I'm going to put them on the wheel because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. The Remaining Remnant, because of the fact that they just gifted that membership, I'm going to put their channel on the screen next. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as that happens. We'll get back to spinning shortly. So we're about to talk about the Stock Explorer. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. everybody will be willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. We still got at least a half an hour, an hour and a half to go, the virtual diary, so thank you for asking. And then thank you, the remaining remnant. And then so the Stock Explorer is up on the screen right now. This is Nora. I talked about this channel just for a quick second earlier. The creator behind this channel, Nora, is a dear friend to me. All of our moderators are dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel. The same way we do here in Superchat. Now, the Stock Explorer live streams frequently. They change up their content a little bit, but essentially what they started with was bringing us the stock markets and a little bit of crypto in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. They often have product in hand. I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream. And that's really cool. The Stock Explorer is getting close to 2,100 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Like a lot of creators in the TuberChat family, they bring pure variety into their shorts videos, and here they've got a couple that have gotten into now almost 4,000 views, one over 10,000 that I know still trickles in a few more views. And then live streams. They're live frequently, and sometimes they're talking stock and crypto. Sometimes they've got friendly conversation. I've joined them on their channel actually for a 2-hour conversation about YouTube. And then they've got lots of StreamYard panelists, and then they do a lot of lottery ticket scratching battles with other creators as well. So the Stock Explorer, we had a conversation today, literally on Instagram, and they were letting me know they expect to start doing a lot more stock talk as well. They constantly, as a friend, try to inspire me as well. I've gotten farther into crypto than I think I'm going to get into stocks, as a matter of fact, but I still have not dipped my toe into that realm just yet. But we'll see, and we've got quite a few friends in the financial arena now helping us, like Lisa J. Stocks, the first channel we looked at today. It's the Bankroll Budgeting Just Because, and a few others. But I'm grateful to have these channels, because when we think about even the income that we have right now for all of us, or revenue that's going to come from monetization, if that's something you want to do with your YouTube channel in many different ways. It'd be nice to maximize the revenue, or maximize the impact of that revenue. Geek Culture 101, good to see you in the house. And Butler Family Farm, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They have done that countless times. They just took over our stream boss position, actually. You see under my camera there, and we're going to look at their channel right after the remaining remnant. Now, before we go to our next channel, we're going to look at another one from Nora, the Stock Explorer, where we go to the front page and go to the bottom. We find Tropical Buzz. This is a second channel where they want to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. They happen to be in Florida. They've got quite a few videos here already, over 1,000 views on one of them. Let me see where they're at with these. Yeah, one of them over 5,000, which is great to see. And then 260 subscribers, which is great. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 600 views and beyond, but Nora is has already got thousands of views on shorts on the other channel, so I'm sure we'll see those here eventually as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nora, our beloved and dedicated moderator and member on both of these channels. And then Geek Culture 101 is asking, what does everybody do better on? Like, where do you find the best success, if I understand their question? And that's on shorts or full-length videos. So let me start a poll here. Usually we do nonsense, but today we'll do one that's actually related to YouTube for once. Where did your channel find success so far? I'm going to ask videos shorts or live streams. And if I'm right, the Webster Dictionary added both the words live stream and live stream with no space together, so you can use them interchangeably. There's no right or wrong with those. And then, Geek Culture 101, thank you for the super chat, by the way. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen right after the Butler Family Farm, who did the same thing. Right before we do that, we're about to look at the remaining remnant who gifted membership. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then let's look at the remaining remnant right now. Pardon me, I'm just behind today. And I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels now that we're about halfway through the stream. And King Morgan, good to see you in the house. Happy Friday to you also. For us in Canada, it's a long weekend, not including today. Today just means traffic all over the place like crazy. But Monday is Canada Day, so it's a special weekend for us. The remaining remnant has 134 subscribers. They talk about news and global events, cooking and food preservation, crafts and interviews, meditational videos, and much more. They've got a brand new video from yesterday, actually. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list so I can get caught up with them. I can see I'm behind for a couple of weeks now. And they're posting at least once a week, which is great to see. 134 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. They've just started with shorts. Hopefully we'll see some more from them. And then live streams are probably something they've experimented with, but something that might be an idea for the future. So hopefully everybody will connect with the remaining remnant, and we will push them, like I said, towards that 200. Thank you again for gifting that membership. They've done things like that before, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support and your kind words as well. And then Geek Culture 101, are we not doing good for likes today? If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And yes, the remaining remnant, it's everybody could imagine it'd be difficult for me as well to talk only for a minute, especially when the talk about YouTube doesn't even stop after the 3 hours that we're usually here for. Butler Family Farm also dropped a super chat. We're going to look at their channel right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away when that happens. Then we'll get back to spinning soon. AZ Scott Designs is dropping a gifted membership right now. They've done that countless times before. I certainly do appreciate that extra generosity, and for that reason, we'll look at their channel right after Geek Culture 101. And Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now. So this is Jerry and Susan. These are a couple of over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They've been friends of ours for literally getting on years now. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, they have got bees on their farm, which is 116 acres, by the way, as well as cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, and some cats and some dogs and some more. When we get into their videos, I see they've got a couple of newer ones. I'm just going to grab the latest one here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I see you also did a garden tour club with Gail Southern Living. She is an incredible influencer in the Tuber Chat family. She does a lot of collaborations, and she's able to get lots and lots and lots of channels together, which is great. Butler Family Farm does a good job of that as well. They've actually got lots of guests that come in on StreamYard panels. They introduce us to a lot of other YouTubers, and they literally take us out hundreds of miles away to meetups, official meetups, where we're able to see many, dozens of different channels all at once. Kaz's Crafts and More, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I caught her husband's premiere this morning, Dave's Adventures. And then when we look at this channel, we see a lot of outdoor content, but Jerry and Susan bring us into their home. Jerry also brings us into the shop. We can see what he's working on. They show us all the different things that they have to do to maintain 116 acres of farmland. And then when we look at the shorts on the channel, 10,000, 12,000, even 25,000 views over here, which is great to see. And then they've got a couple of live streams coming up, one on Canada Day, which will be interesting to see, and then one coming up later in the month, about a month from now, where they're celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary, which is great to see. They do a lot of StreamYard panels, like I was saying. There's Gail Southern living right there. I joined them on their channel actually a while ago, and they have StreamYard panels some of the time. They're live every Monday. Sometimes it's just Jerry and Susan together. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Thank you again for another super chat. They took over our stream boss position. I know Jerry likes to do that when he can. And I certainly appreciate the extra generous support, of course. And what I'm talking about is that stream boss under my camera there. It looks like a video game life meter, but every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for a while. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Let me see what's happening with Geek Culture 101 here. Just putting a message for you in the chat to please remind me of your second channel. Tales Told in the Dark is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. And then Kaz's Crafts and More is in the 360s now, which is great to see. They'll soon be at 400. You get Tales Told in the Dark onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Stella's World, good to see you in the house. I believe we've seen that channel before, but please forgive me if I'm mistaken. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video descriptions. And then thank you for that, Geek Culture 101. I'll get that ready to go and we'll look at both of your channels. So Geek Culture 101 just dropped a super chat, so we got their channel on the screen right away. 729 subscribers. This is somebody we're still getting to know. They're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. I'm just going to grab their latest interview video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by hanging out in live streams and premieres and watching content. I get to know the content on the channel to a point. And then if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 400 views and beyond. Live streams are an idea that they've experimented with. We'll see if they're going to continue with those. I'm going to grab their second channel right now, Martial Arts Reflections. Here it is, 104 subscribers so far. We'd love to push them towards the 200. Great that they've got that 100 locked in. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here, the longer of the two. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that helps me keep caught up with creators. Shorts on this channel have gotten into almost 1,000 views, which is great to see, so hopefully they'll keep those coming. And obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, so hopefully everybody will connect with them, and I'm looking forward to getting to know both of your channels better. Now, Dave's Adventures is a longtime friend from the UK. I caught him for a premiere earlier this morning, and he's dropping a super chat right now, so thank you for that. He's done that countless times before. He is a moderator on our music channel as well, and we'll look at his channel in another few moments here. We've got Izzy Ska Designs that gifted a membership also, and we're going to look at their channel first when we get back from a break. And then The Gambler After Dark, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then when we look at, pardon me, I'm just scanning the chat here. The Gambler After Dark, good to see you. Oh, there's Broken Hearts Ministry Gail right now. She was live earlier this morning. I caught her actually. We talk about her channel every day because she collaborates with so many others. It's almost impossible to look at channels here in a Tuber Chat live stream and not find somebody that's got her in a thumbnail, or somebody who's done the Garden Club Tour, which is this year's biggest collaboration that I've seen, although she does a couple of them. We're going to go on a break right now for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do, I'm going to play another clip for you from our interview series. The first episode is already out, featuring the creator that I'm going to play a clip from right now. All of these conversations are in an interview style. They go on from an hour to 2 hours long. They're all with creators that are longtime friends of Tuber Chat and channels that have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Tuber Chat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this. All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Izzy Scott Designs because they gifted a membership and then they did it again and now they're doing it again. So thank you for that. They've actually done that countless times before. And when I say countless, I literally mean I wouldn't be able to go back and figure out how many. So it's overwhelming generosity. I certainly do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. Starika's picking that one up. That's another longtime friend. We'll see if that channel comes into the chat today. Handicapped Traveler picked up the last one, but I've already got them on the wheel because they happen to have been so engaged in conversation today. And I will grab another name from our chat list to put on the wheel in another 15 or 20 minutes or so. And then, yes, Izzy Scott Designs. It is like playing roulette. Izzy Scott Designs is up here right now. This is a creator who's reset and restarted their channel recently. They're working on 1,700 subscribers already. And when we look at their About page, they give us an idea of the different types of things we can expect, like a variety of content, including tutorials on digital painting, time-lapse videos, artwork creation, and reviews of the digital art software and tools. I should be talking to you in the background too, because I've been playing around with some of the AI image generators. I've been making thumbnails for our copyright-free music channel. Some of you will notice that right away as soon as you see them. But I'm curious about which platforms everybody's using. And then thank you, Kaz's Crafts and More. We're going to have your channel along with Dave's Adventures up in another moment here. So Izzy Scott Designs is posting frequently. They reset and restarted their channel, like I said, but they've always been known for these outstanding looking banners, avatars, and thumbnails. They often bring music with interesting visuals into these. They've also got shorts on the channel they've just started with, and then live streams as well. The conversation can go anywhere once they get started in a conversation here, but they're incredibly supportive to others. They have a vibrant community supporting them as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these live streams shortly. And Izzy Scott Designs, obviously another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Canva, Magic Media, and Runway. I'm just going to write a couple of these down. Magic Media I may not have even heard of. Runway, I think so. I experimented with some of the AI stuff a long time ago, but couldn't find use for it myself personally. Even now, I don't use a lot, but I use ChatGPT for descriptions and stuff, but I have a pro subscription to that, so it works a little bit differently, and it saves a ton of time, my dear goodness. Hopefully everybody's excited too, because I haven't mentioned it yet, but about the new thumbnail feature, and if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, you can just mention in the chat. I'll elaborate, but it's basically the idea of A/B testing, even though with YouTube it's like ABC testing on videos only for now. They're giving us the opportunity to upload 3 thumbnails for every video. What YouTube is going to do is randomly show those evenly on recommendation pages and in the algorithm to people who might be watching might have a chance to watch your videos, to see which thumbnail people are going to click on. So in the easiest sense, you might say like Izzy Scott Designs has a lot of cats on their channel of different colors, but they might have one that's orange, they might have one that's blue, they might have one that's brown. So they could do 3 different thumbnails for each video and see which cat everybody's going to click on. It may not be the same for every video, but it gives us an awesome opportunity to check that out, and then YouTube's automatically going to pick the thumbnail that performs best out of the 3 to put it on your video. So that can only be helpful. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Geek Culture 101 is just curious which camera everyone is using. I happen to use a Razer Kaio, and I really like it. You know, they're plug and play. They work really well. The only problem is you can't turn the autofocus off. So when I've used them, especially in a low light environment, it's constantly trying to focus. I don't expect people to notice that in my, you know, on my camera here in Superchat very much, but it does actually happen here too. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Yeah, that's interesting, Izzy Scott Designs. YouTube's been like on a bit of a rampage lately for demonetizing channels for reuse content and things like that. And actually, I was nervous about the copyright-free music channel because YouTube is never very clear about their descriptions for things. They like us to think that they are, but in 4 years now, I whine and complain about all the different things that YouTube does not make clear, like reuse content. So I was afraid the music channel wouldn't get monetized because of it. But I was mistaken because I don't use anything that's, could be construed as reused. It's all original content for that channel, let's just say. Every live stream is unique, every thumbnail is unique, and all that kind of stuff, even though that's not exactly what YouTube says is reused content. But they've really been out there hitting channels with all kinds of strikes and everything else. AS Blind Made Production, Alfonso, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in there. Starika. And this is what I'm talking about. The notifications for those gifted memberships are spectacular. So you often find people coming into your premieres or live streams if they weren't already there as soon as that happens. So thank you again. Izzy Scott Designs gifted 3 memberships today. And then yeah, Kaz's Crafts and More. So Izzy Scott Designs is going to help with that. We've got a few creators that help with thumbnails and also tutorials. So Canva, I'm going to type the name in the chat, is something that I have used a small bit and recommend. I actually use Photoshop, so I use Canva more for inspiration than anything else. But Canva is a free program and app that has plenty of beautiful thumbnails and things like that. And you'll recognize them as soon as you see them on. You've already seen them on lots of other channels. So thank you again, Izzy Scott Design, for those gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Dave's Adventures is coming up right now, and then we're going to look at his wife's channel. Now, Dave's Adventures is a popular name, so we got to make sure we get to our Dave's Adventures. It's been a little while since they've been here, but they've actually been a friend of at least, well, it's getting on 4 years, I think. Let me see if I can catch Dave's Adventures without the link, or I'll use it if I have to. We have already got to be subscribed. There it is. Dave's Adventures. So for this one, I'm going to drop the handle. So it's literally Dave's Adventures. He was early and got the right name. If anybody wants to type that out or copy and paste so that you can get to him. He's in the UK with his wife, Kaz's Crafts and More. We'll look at her channel in a quick second here. He dropped a super chat. He's done that countless times before. He happens to be a moderator on our copyright-free music channel as well. And then Dave's Adventures uses Adobe Lightroom. I forget what Adobe calls their thing. Firefly or something like that. And then Microsoft's got something with AI for making images now. And the phones are doing incredible things. Dave's Adventures is working on 1,800 subscribers. Now, I wonder how he did these cartoons, too. These are kind of cool. The filter on the photo there. Yeah, those are really cool. This is a creator. You can see the improvement over the years, too. He's been a friend of 4 years now, like I said. Monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, you can see he posts frequently. He started with theme park and roller coaster videos, but has expanded into much more travel over the years as well. I caught that premiere a few hours ago. He's got shorts on this channel that have gotten now into 18,000 and 23,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. So it's been a long time since he's done a live stream, but we'll look forward to seeing some more from the channel if he's going to continue those. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Kaz's Crafts and More is coming up in a second here. This is Dave's Adventures wife. She started her channel shortly after he inspired her, if I'm right about that, or the community did. Kaz's Crafts and More is now at 364 subscribers, so well on the way towards 400. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They got a premiere coming up tomorrow, but I'm going to grab one of their latest videos and put that in my catch-up list for right now. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Kaz's Crafts and More is obviously going to bring us a lot of crafts, but a lot more as well, both indoors and outdoors. And obviously she'll be with Dave's Adventures for a lot of these roller coaster and theme park videos. 3,900, 6,300 on a couple of these shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional on the channel as well, so we'll see if she's going to do some more of those sometime soon as well. And Don Ray B is in the house. Good to see you here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So another channel that I'm still getting to know here is Indiana Backyard Gardener. There's somebody who's been to Tuber Chat a few times now, I believe, at least a couple. And Don Ray B, sorry, I don't know if I said hello. I put you on the wheel with Matthew's Bushcraft. When we look at Indiana Backyard Gardener, we see over 1,800 subscribers, halfway to 1,900 already. Not a master gardener. Success and failure that they share with us, like lots of our homesteading friends, actually. I'm just going to grab their latest premiere notification. That's coming up in a few minutes, actually. So after Tuber Chat, there'll be fresh content. They're literally doing that premiere right now. And then shorts on the channel have already gotten into 1,300 views and beyond. Which is great. Lots of outdoor content there, I see. I'm still getting to know the channel, but when we look at StreamYard panels, lots of familiar faces there as well, which is great to see. There's Gail again. There's Garden State Gardener over there, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Indiana Backyard Gardener. Great to see that you're collaborating with other creators. It's one of the fastest ways you can grow your channel, by collaborating with others. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you can pretty much guarantee a good handful of new subscribers. Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Nez Lover is up on the screen right now. There's a creator that's going to bring us art, and often they will feature the art that they make in their live streams in the videos on their channel. So they just did a stream a few days ago. Sorry, I missed that one. I hope to catch you for another one soon. I've caught them a couple of times. They got shorts on this channel that have gotten into 1,500, 2,400 views, one over 18,000. Which is great to see. And then when we get into videos, we see what I'm talking about with a lot of the art featured from the live streams and a bit more variety there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nez Lover. Not only are they a longtime friend and supportive here in Tuber Chat, making frequent appearances, but I run into them frequently outside when I'm in different people's premieres and live streams supporting them as well. So obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Hopefully everybody will connect with them, and we'll spin the wheel again. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Just Jason Keto and More is up right now. This is a fellow Canadian, and I was so upset that I missed the Consume the Goodness premiere last night. He usually goes live every Thursday evening at 7:30 Eastern, and I was, for argument's sake, still working at the time. But Just Jason Keto and More will talk to us about healthy eating and healthy living, particularly when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He has a lot of guests that join him on his channel. They share their life experiences, their tips and tricks, and trials and tribulations in videos or live streams. So Consume the Goodness is a new friend of ours over the last couple of months, and Kendra joined him last night. So I've got that set to run in my catch-up list already, and I'll just double check that, but I have not seen it yet. Now I'm hoping I can just sit and watch that. I've got a bit of time over the weekend as well. Oh, and then Just Chasing Keto and More says they barely made it home for the premiere. Yeah, yesterday was a convoluted day for me, not that it matters, but Just Chasing Keto and More is usually on schedule for Thursday night, 7:30 Eastern. He'll only drop a premiere like that in lieu of a live stream occasionally. And then he does a lot of videos on his channel which feature a lot of recipes and product reviews. So he'll help us make sense of some of the ingredients that we might find marketed and products packaged and meant for a keto-based diet or lifestyle, so we can really understand what we're consuming. But he does a lot of recipes on his channel himself that are simple, easy to follow, just have a few ingredients, and you probably have the stuff in your fridge or pantry anyway. Once in a while he'll open something like a GoPro or take us out for one of those Christmas light shows like I was talking about, or a parade there. Shorts on the channel as well. Give us a little bit of a hint. He's got some healthy looking grilling shorts here that have gotten into 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 views. One which I've seen over 22,000, which is also entertaining, by the way. So hopefully everybody will watch those when you get there. Just Chasing Keto and More, like I said, is live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And he's got a new series coming up where occasionally he will bring us a cook-along video. And hopefully everybody will enjoy those. He also heads out hundreds of miles away to pick up some informative content from places like Ketopalooza. And then, like I said, lots of guests on the channel, but he's also got a vibrant community surrounding it now, where when we have comments and questions in the chat for a premiere or live stream, a lot of people will give us the motivation, inspiration, and answers to our questions that we need, let's just say. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. What we're going to do right now is take a break for 3.5 minutes. We will make this one a short one. We still got almost an hour to go. I can't be overtime today, so we're going to have to cap it at an hour from now, let's say. But I'm going to get Handicapped Traveler ready to go, and then we'll be right back. And I had forgotten to mention the poll when I closed it off earlier. Geek Culture 101 was talking about shorts and videos, and I put a poll up just to see what everybody thinks here. Where you find success for your channel right now. We're really talking about video views or subscribers or whatever you want to think about with that. And it's interesting to see. So almost half, but 46% of people say that they find videos, pardon me, are where they find the most success for their channel. Not surprising that a lot of people would say shorts, probably higher than I thought it would be. 38% of everybody. But shorts, we know, drive subscribers, and they can get monster views, right? Lots of creators in the Superchat family have thousands and even into the hundreds of thousands, and a couple people have a couple million or more on shorts. I think the highest one we've seen in the Superchat family, if I remember right, is 11 million. Another one over 2 million, let's just say. I can't even remember who's got them, but they drive incredible results at times, right? Or in a way, if you want to put it that way. And then live streams, of course, are last, because replays, we always think, I believe that we always think we're going to get a lot of replays on our live streams. But you know as well as I do, if you're somebody who's live streamed many times before, they do not get a lot of replays in almost every case. So that's a thought. Unless you're doing a lot to get people to rerun them. But still, you know, even if you got 100 people to run a live stream replay for you, it's still only 100 views when we start talking about thousands, when we think about shorts and videos, for instance, after a long time, when your channel's established. And for those of you who haven't got there yet, I hope you take inspiration from the idea that it sounds like I absolutely expect everybody here to have videos into the thousands of views eventually as a minimum, because that's absolutely true. Rock Chick Beauty from the UK, good to see you in the house. I cleared quite a few names off the wheel. I might put some more back on, depending if we've got members that are still listening or watching that haven't been on the screen yet. Please be active in the chat and I'll get you back on there. I'm going to add one more name to our wheel from our chat list as well. And thank you everybody for those thumbs up, by the way. Yeah, we're not doing too badly today. I know Geek Culture 101 mentioned it earlier, but we have now 63 by my count. We usually hit about 70 on a Tuber Chat live stream. We don't always hit 100. Once in a while we do, but every time I do things to slow the stream down, of course, we lose the opportunity to have those 100. But that's okay. Every milestone is great. I'm always happy to have every thumbs up that comes through. Now, I'm just looking for another name to add to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. But I'll put word out and see if Mountain Grandma or Travels and Gardening with DJ are still with us. And if one of them is, I'll put them on the wheel. Handicapped Traveler is another longtime friend working on 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're posting frequently. It's been a couple of weeks, so I'm just going to grab the latest video, put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with you. There's Trish the Natural. I'm going to put her back onto the wheel. And Sam's Large Trains and More. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean not to say hello. I put the message in the chat to say that I've got you on the wheel. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I must have accidentally deleted that. I just put it on while we were on the break, Sam. Sam came in just as we went on break. Thank you for asking, Sam. My dear goodness. Yeah, I cleared a few names, but anybody could understand. You accidentally hit a delete on more than one. But it's okay, because I put them right back as soon as we noticed. But thanks for asking. If anybody wonders, don't be shy to give us a nudge. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And yes, absolutely, Coach Sherry. Live streams give people a chance to get to know you. I've done a couple before on my personal channel. What I was doing was every day walking on a treadmill and streaming. And it was cool because it was just story time. I love to talk, right? I could do it all day. And the only problem was I found that after a few days, I think it was a week, whatever it was, of treadmill and talking at the same time, I destroyed my voice. so I wasn't able to do that because I talk too much and too loudly when I'm live streaming, let's just say. Pardon me. So Handicap Travel, let's have a look at their channel. They do a variety of things, mostly visiting various areas, and they give us their perspective. I've just got their latest video. I've put that in my catch-up list. So lots of outdoor content here. Once in a while, they bring us into their home as well. Shorts, feature variety, as we would expect. Lots of outdoor content there as well. Pardon me. And then we've gotten into 1,400 and even 2,500 views on a couple of these, then live streams as well. So they're on every couple of months or so. We'll hope for another live stream soon, but we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Not sure if Izzy Scott Designs is still in the chat. I hope I thanked you for those gifted memberships, by the way. Handicap Traveler picked one of those up as well. I might not have had Scratch and PPA in the pole position on the wheel for a while either, because during those breaks, sometimes what I do is I sort. This wheelofnames.com is really, really cool. I know people are using it for giveaways and stuff. I'll never remember who I saw it from first because it's a very popular thing, but it's free. And you can sort the names so that if you want to see who's there and make sure you're not missing anybody, you can just go through the list and you'll be able to find them easily, if that makes any sense. Travels and Gardening with DJ, I've got you on the wheel right now. And then thank you, Leonard Mountain Homestead, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. We're expecting to be on Sunday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Tuesday afternoon around this time. Oh, yeah, Coach Sherry, yes, absolutely. I keep a pretty full plate. It's just an excuse. But I wasn't able to stream and talk at the same time. That was killing it. Let me just see. I lost my train of thought. Sam's Logs Trains More, of course, is coming up right now. Look at that luck, Sam. Oh, maybe that's why your name came off the wheel. I'm not sure, one way or another. But here we go. Sam's Logs Trains More is here as a member and a moderator. He's one of our longest standing because he's been with us for 4 years now. And every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. Now, Sam's Logs Trains and More, of course, brings a lot of train videos. Some of them are of the trains themselves. Some are of the stations they depart from. Sometimes he's indoors. Sometimes he's outdoors. Sometimes he's giving us a look around, and sometimes he's taking a trip or giving us tips and tricks for our own train travels. Sam's Logs Trains and More is in the UK, and he is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Occasionally, he'll do something like an unboxing video. There's lots of other vlogging on the channel, and Sam is somebody who's increased the amount of filming he's been doing over the years. He posts frequently and even live streams outdoors. We'll look at those in a second. Right now we're looking at shorts. He's got 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 views on these, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I missed a special one, 2,000 subscribers he did as a milestone a couple of weeks ago, but he goes live once in a while. Sometimes he is outdoors train spotting, and then sometimes he has given us a trivia game or a Q&A or a chance to get to know him. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Logs Trains and More. Obviously another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yeah, Coach Sherry's absolutely right. One of the things we probably could have expected is the idea that with inflation just like sweeping across the globe, we're really whining about it in North America. Justifiably, though. I say whining because I always whine about everything. But when it comes to, pardon me, the idea of gardening, growing our own food, it is extremely helpful. Anything you could do for yourself is extremely helpful when it comes to the idea of trying to save money, You know, because it's very easy. I tell the younger members of my family, like my son, my stepdaughter, and niece and nephew, and this and that, I talk about the idea that, in my opinion, a lot of young adults, myself included, eat all of their money. How much money has gone to beer and pizza and other things and restaurants and all that, especially in my 20s and 30s? I can't even bear to think about it, for the things that could have been done instead. But a lot of people do it. I am so grateful that I came along before the days of Skip the Dishes and Uber Eats and these other things, because my dear goodness, would I have ever loved to have McDonald's delivered. And we used to walk 45 minutes to get McDonald's. So while I don't recommend eating too much of that to anybody, at least if you're walking 45 minutes to get it and 45 minutes home afterwards, then that could be a little bit helpful. Creative Beauty Butterflies on the screen right now. Another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. And I think they support all of my channels now. I think so. They're definitely in the copyright-free music channel with us and here in Tuber Chat frequently. They do a few different things: life vlogs, meal ideas, recipes, beauty, and more. I know this. I've caught them mostly for get ready with me type videos, but a lot of cooking type videos here as well, and I usually catch them in live streams. So 5,000, 6,000, almost 7,000 on that one, over 9,000 on this one, which is great to see. Bring more variety into the shorts, and this is what I'm talking about here. Lots of get ready with me type live streams that I've caught them for, but I also see them out supporting other creators when I'm watching premieres or hanging out in live streams. And Creative Beauty Butterfly lately, I think, is here for just about every stream as well. They've been making frequent appearances over here, for which I'm grateful. Everything art and beauty, so hopefully everybody will connect with Creative Beauty Butterfly. And then I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get to our next channel. I'm going to try to speed things up now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, pardon me. So, Blester Crochet, yes. I have you on the wheel, by the way. The videos that you've sent, I have not had a second to watch them. You know, I don't like to ever think that I'm any busier than anybody else, but I promise you I keep a very full plate, and this week has been a bit of a one unexpected thing after the other, and things are just about to calm down. So I probably say those kind of things often, but I literally struggle sometimes with being able to just sit and watch a couple of informative things. But I should have some time over the weekend. Not to mention Monday for us is a holiday here in Canada. Now, I'll likely still do some work, but I will have time to kind of chill, if not decompress, let's just say. Kaiser Gaming YT, forgive me, Chris's Clevercraft, I wasn't sure if you were still here. I usually clear the wheel once every hour now, so I just did it about 15 minutes ago again. But I always put names back onto the wheel if they're members and haven't been seen yet, let's just say. Two Doves, yes, Two Doves, Bees, and Gardens. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Rushing Wind Mountain, this is Ruby. This is a creator that comes to us from the Pacific Northwest. They bring us a mix of wildlife and nature, sometimes ASMR type videos where we get pleasing visual and pleasing audio to go along with that, but a lot of wildlife on the channel as well. They got a couple premieres. They got one, pardon me, coming up a few hours from now. They've got one a couple of days from now as well. Shorts on this channel feature a few humorous moments as well with some of the wildlife here if you dig through them a bit. 11,000, 12,000, pardon me, even 16,000 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel are something they've experimented with, both in landscape and portrait mode, because YouTube was really pushing portrait mode. Remember when they were doing that? Like, how did that pass already? That was like a flash in the pan, to say the least. But a lot of creators are now experimenting with a lot more vertical live streams. I see quite a mix every day when I'm trying to jump between live streams. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Now, Rushingman Mountain, obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they give you an idea of the relaxation, peace, calm, and ASMR type content we can expect for the most part on their channel. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see what Blessed Crochet has got going on. What they're talking about in the chat. They've sent me a couple of videos on Instagram to watch, and I have not watched them yet. I think they sent 3. 2 minimum, but maybe 3. And I will go through them because we were talking about reused content, because that was mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I think now. Pardon me for a second. My voice is going. I can tell I'm screaming today. I wish I wasn't doing that because I'm in an office. I can only imagine who I'm disturbing. Sometimes when we're live streaming, we project our voice like way too much. It's just habit, but we got to try to be conscious of it and calm it down a little bit. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Blessed Crochet is bringing some of that ASMR-ish type content to their channel as well. And no, thank you, Kaiser Gaming YT. Absolutely no. If you're here, for any members that are here, I absolutely want to make sure I share their channels and put them on the screen. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours, but we also got to a point, thank goodness, that we've got like too many members that if I put every channel on, that like every member that came through every stream, we'd never finish. I have to cap, especially today's stream, and 40 minutes from now. I have to be on time today, but my voice can't take more than 3 hours, even when I'm speaking a little less passionately, let's say. Charlene Heel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She was here earlier with her second channel as well. Coach Sherry's coming up right now. This is one of our longest standing friends, as a matter of fact. She's been with us since just about the beginning of Superchat, now at 1,400 subscribers and well on the way towards 1,500, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Coach Sherry is typically going to bring us motivation, business, career, life coaching. I know that's a newer banner. I'm not sure when you updated that. I can see I'm far behind with her, but I'm going to grab the latest video. She just put that out today, actually, and put that into my catch-up list. Looks like a touristy type destination that will be fun to see. And then shorts on this channel as well. Let's see where she's gone with these. 3,500, 5,000, and 5,600 views, which is great. And then live streams on the channel. So she's got a live stream coming up in a couple of days. And YouTube Sweet 16 celebration. Have you been on for 16 years? Coach Sherry, I'm just curious to see if that is what you're referring to. Because lots of our friends, YouTuber chat's been here long enough now. We've got friends that have been with YouTube from almost the beginning. Some of the channels like that have been with us for what used to be 17 years. I think we'll be celebrating 18 years in August. I've only been on for 7, and Superchat's only been here for 4 years. And I say 7, I was running channels for other people before I started mine a year later. Forgive me, I don't want to get into story time. But this is Coach Sherry, an over-the-top, generous, loyal, dedicated supporter. She has been for a long time. And you can see she excels as an entrepreneur, real estate investor, professional development coach, and educator. So she's got lots of inspiration and motivation for us as well. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So this is Chris's Clever Craft, who's another friend that's been with us for 4 years now. And Chris's Clever Craft is somebody who brings fun into everything that he does, including this second channel, which is now officially on the road to 1K. We always say you're officially on a road when you pass a 100 milestone. Since he's locked in his 900 subscribers pretty close to it by the look of it, then we can say he's officially on the road to 1,000. So he posts every single day, often more than one video a day. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. He's playing a couple of different games on the channel in video, shorts, and streams, and he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. 9,800, 10,000 on a couple of these, which is great to see, and live streams on the channel as well. He's experimented with those. We'll see if he's going to keep those up. Chris's Clever Craft is where we know this creator, especially from the last 4 years. And like I said, he brings fun into everything he does, including hitting a 600 milestone any moment now. If anybody hasn't already connected with him, I hope you will. We'll get him that milestone and hopefully a few extras to keep it locked in. But Chris's Clever Craft is somebody who brings us a lot of do-it-yourself type videos. He's got an interesting property. He takes us around, sometimes just for a look, sometimes a story to be told, sometimes an unboxing video or product review or a shout out for another channel. As well, shorts on Chris's Clever Craft have gotten into 1,600, 3,200. This one still gets views at 18,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are something he's experimented with before. But this creator also brings us back to basics with a typical idea of barter. So while we're talking about the idea of inflation every day and how expensive everything is getting, it's not just food, it's not just products, but services too. I talk about it every day, but lots of people talk about this kind of thing because I just work in a service business, let's just say. But Chris's Clever Craft has reminded us of the idea that we can trade our skill for things, let's just say. For instance, he's doing some work in trade for a car right now, which is a really cool idea. Everything has a price, whether it's time or money or something else, but you can trade one for the other. Often, for instance, when I make my own decisions, the idea is like, let's say you're going to save 50 cents on some tomatoes, right? It's nice to save 50 cents, but these days it's really hard to drive to the other grocery store to save that 50 cents on tomatoes if that's all you really need at that moment, when you're going to spend more than that in gas if you happen to be somebody who drives. A lot of times I'll say I'd rather work an extra hour and afford the tomatoes at the price that they are. Let's just say it's easier said than done, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And then Dolores is coming up, so let's see what they got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So we're going to look at Dolores. If I've missed anything in the chat, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or if you need me to clarify or anything else. Dolores is somebody who is growing now. We see 145 subscribers, so I'm going to put their handle in the chat there. You see that in case you need to get to them that way, because Dolores is a very short and popular name. But hopefully everybody will connect with them. It's a channel I'm still getting to know. Just a girl, a pink girl in a pink world. A little bit of variety on this channel. I'm just going to grab the latest one that says an art series is here. So I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. And then shorts on Dolores' channel have gotten into 434, 890 views. They're going to inspire us in a spiritual way over here. And then live streams on the channel as well. I'm just going to set some notifications for these. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. They got one set up for tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then again for tomorrow at 3 p.m. which is great, and hopefully everybody will set those notifications like we always do, and then we'll have a great chance to hopefully catch her. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. So we're going to take another break. It's going to be 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play one more clip from our interview series today. And this is conversations that have gone on for an hour or two with friends of Tuberchat. It's being released as a podcast video series on the channel right now. Actually, the next episode is coming up next Saturday, and it features this creator, where they have been a friend of Tuberchat for several years and long past their 10,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too. Yeah. Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
I'll give you a very quick version of a story time, because Moz6510 Models in that clip said if you don't know anything about cars, you shouldn't be making videos about fixing cars, and I did exactly that. So I am not the handiest person in the world, and when I did a video of showing people how to change a battery in their vehicle, I did it with my truck, and I've changed batteries a few times. But I am no mechanic by any stretch of the imagination, and didn't realize that you've got to reset a special computer or controller or whatever they call this thing now, because technology's changed and it's better and all this. So I had to take the video down, even though it got quite a few views. I forget how many thousand, but let's say a couple thousand, I don't really remember, because I don't want people to change their battery and blow the battery in their car. So I really had no business making that video, because my knowledge is 10 to 20 years behind the video I was trying to make. So I keep that in mind as a lesson, but it was a very good tip to hear from our friend Mod6510 Model. So hopefully everybody's enjoying those clips. Starika is a longtime friend. This is somebody who's going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins and other collectibles, as well as precious metals. I can see I'm behind with their content. Pardon me, I did get up for a quick second, so of course I'm out of shape and out of wind. When we get to their videos, I can see I'm behind, but I'm just going to grab the latest one from this week. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They got some shorts on the channel as well. We see these have done really well. 2400, 2500, and even 8200. And I don't know if I recognize this one here, or if it's just because I recognize it from your channel. And then live streams as well is something that they've done up to last year. We'll see if they're going to continue those, and hopefully everybody will connect with Starika. They're now working on 1,600 subscribers. They're going to hit that milestone anytime now. And then oh, that's true too, Just Jason, Keto, and more. In my case with that story, it was actually a bad idea, because I didn't understand why I went through a battery in less than a year, but it was probably because I didn't know about the controller and whatever those things do to these new batteries and all this other stuff. So that's an idea. Right now, and I don't want to do too much story time, but I've just gotten into crypto mining, just barely. But I'm buying up a few machines, all stuff off Kijiji, so I can learn, make mistakes, and experience whatever headaches are going to happen before I make videos, so that I don't make videos from the point of somebody who doesn't really know what they're talking about and is just excited, and then have everybody slam me constantly. But Just Jason Keto's right. There's already going to be somebody, you know, squawking no matter what you do. Not always, but you know what I mean, between trolls and other things. We've all, most of us have experienced that. If you haven't had it by the time you have 1,000 subscribers, it's coming by the time you have 2, but I promise you it goes away fairly quick. Lewis Acre Farms, Karma, is up on the screen right now. Pardon me, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, with her husband Logan. They give us quite a bit of information about their home in southwestern Idaho, and I'm still getting to know the channel, although Karma's been with us for a little while now, a couple of months. I'm going to dig through their shorts videos here. We look through the videos and we get an idea of a lot of the outdoor content they're going to bring to us, like most people in the homesteading community, which I include farms and ranching and things like that in there. They're sharing knowledge and resources, so lots to learn, I'm sure. And then when we get into shorts, 1,500, 2,500, 6,100, which is great to see, and they're collaborating with friends of ours. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa was here today. And then live streams as well. So they've got one that they just did yesterday. Sorry, I missed that. I caught them a few days ago. Hopefully I'll catch you. That's Canada Day, actually. So we'll see. I expect to be doing some work, but not too hard, that's for sure. And then let's spin the wheel. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they're here with us frequently. Oh, Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you. Actually, I forget about that all the time, but yeah, when I unlist the stream. So when Tuber Chat is too overwhelmingly busy, I wouldn't recommend this on almost any other channel, but when it's overwhelming here, like today I have to leave on time, I unlist the stream, And what that does is stops it from getting any busier. I know it sounds ridiculous and counterproductive, but for this channel it matters. But you lose super chats if that happens. So it's okay. So Dark Swordsman Gaming has done that kind of thing countless times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support when it happens. But for today, it's okay. I appreciate the thought. And then... yeah, it'll be on the next time that Tuber Chat's on. I don't want to solicit that kind of thing anyway. But the biggest problem that I have right now, literally, I got to go like as close to what for me will be 5 o'clock, 20 minutes from now, as possible. So I'm going to speed things up too and get through channels faster. So Don Ray B is up here. This is a creator who wants to instill motivation in us before we even get to the content. They say each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true, and they want to instill that in us, I believe, no matter what our dreams are. But they talk about theirs on their About page, the idea of wanting to live a homesteading lifestyle, which now they do, and then they take us along on their journey through their videos and through their channel. They've got a new video from a few days ago. I've got that in my catch-up list. That's the playlist I keep talking about to keep caught up with creators. Or that I use to keep caught up with creators. And then shorts on their channel have gotten into 2,500, 3,600 views and beyond, which is great to see. And they even get into product reviews on this channel, and then live streams. So they've done a couple of these a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to continue those. And hopefully everybody's got the notification bell on. We do that for every single channel, of course. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up in a moment. And Dark Swordsman Gaming's been doing a bit of live streaming as well. I think you might have been live today when I was setting up for Tuber Chat, is that right? Or when I first got into the office today. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is coming up right now. And this is another longtime friend. She's been with us for almost 4 years as well. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More was talking about it earlier, but she actually does a lot of product reviews because of the unboxing videos, usually subscription services. So much so that, like, you know, when we talk about the idea of sponsored videos and this and that, she'd have to turn some away. She's already posting several times a week in a lot of cases. So Jessie Miller Unboxings and More specifically unboxes, more than anything else, a lot of those mystery subscription services that you often see. And they've got those things for everything. It could be jewelry, it could be makeup, could be bath and beauty products, could be stationery, could be Lego, could be toys, socks, music, plants, anything. And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More mixes these up on her channel in her videos. So like I said, she posts usually multiple times a week, including sponsored videos, but she's got, I think, a Sunday afternoon regular schedule, and then she often brings extra things. She does giveaways on the channel. We'll look at live streams in a moment. Shorts are where she features a lot of the products that she finds in the subscription boxes, like jewelry here, snacks here, stationery down here, bath and beauty products, and much, much more. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Jessie Miller Unboxings and More. I know you'll enjoy the support that comes back from her. In fact, this creator support for me and for us has grown over the years. And that's over a 4-year period now. She literally supports all of my channels, and me personally catches me as often as she can, for which I'm grateful, and that's increased over the years. But this creator is unbelievably supportive, so I just want to instill that in everyone so you know what kind of support you can expect back from a creator like this. Live streams are occasional. She's usually on about once a month. We're expecting one again soon, hopefully. She did a 2,000 subscriber celebration, and I try to make it for those. I know I've missed a few over the last couple of months, but anybody can feel free to reach out to me anytime you want. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And I try to catch everybody's, especially monetization celebrations. That's the most important thing to me, to catch for other people. But then as well, milestones, celebrations, birthdays, and things like that as well. Let's see what's happening with Fairbrick Studio. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I didn't realize that Fairbrick Studio, I must have saw this already because I've got the notification on, but they've been on YouTube for a year. As of tomorrow, they're doing a special celebration live stream for that. So that's a perfect example, for instance. So I'll catch that if I can. Fairbrick Studio is chasing some watch hours right now. So they've been putting out some different ASMR type videos like we've seen from a couple of creators. But typically this channel started with Lego stop motion videos. They've done a lot of video gameplay as well, including a Lego game that they got me playing and then sent over a bunch of help for that. They've done extremely well with shorts because of that video gameplay, mobile games particularly, but they've gotten into 17,000, 19,000 views on a few of these. Live streams are something they've experimented with. We'll see if they're going to pick those back up, but in the meantime, hopefully everybody will connect with Fairbrick Studio, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us for the better part of that year. I'm losing track of how long it's actually been. I think it's well over 6 months now. But Fairbrick Studio as well is working on watch hours, so anybody can reach out to them, and we'll talk about playlists. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And yes, Charlene Heal, forgive me, I forget, I did know, I'm forgetting to mention it today. I'm just racing through everything. I'm probably forgetting a lot of stuff. But Charlene Heal, second channel, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. She was in here with that channel earlier today, but it's fully monetized now. So she's got a second party on July 6th, which is next Saturday. Just to let you know, that's the same day. And I forget if we talked about that, but forgive me if we did. But next Saturday, we're not going to stream on Superchat, but we do have our premiere set, and I think it's 3 p.m. Scratch and PPA mentioned it earlier in the stream today. I can't remember for the life of me. I think it's 3 p.m. because that's the best thing for this channel. Often when I premiere, I'll do it a little bit early on Saturday, like noon Eastern, so that I can catch the traffic all the way up. But in the case of Superchat, because it's going to be a premiere instead of a stream, we want to be able to do it at the busiest hour of the day, which the analytics tell us is at 3 p.m. Saturday, so that the biggest number of people have a chance to be there, let's just say. Matthew's Bushcraft is up on the screen right now, 134 subscribers. This creator is going to help us with survival skills and prepping ideas with lessons that can be learned by people of all ages. So hopefully everybody will join them in the different prepping and bushcraft ideas that they're bringing to us. They got videos here already that are starting to build up. They've got shorts on the channel. The views here are getting great at 2,100, 2,800. That will likely continue as they post more and more. And hopefully everybody will help push this creator towards the 200 subscribers they're thinking about. And no, I don't need to, thank you, Scratch and PP. I don't need to remove anybody. Matthew's Bushcraft is working on 200 subscribers. So we'd love to push them a little bit closer. I say that I have to like split on time. It's really not that urgent. It's not like it's an emergency or anything like that. I'm saying it probably more out loud to remind myself so that I hurry. It's like thinking out loud. But also just to explain, like, yeah, today we can't go 15 minutes over. I just have family obligations. That's the reason why I never used to stream on Fridays at all. And I've split up a little bit of that responsibility now into different days so that I don't have like one day where I'm almost completely absent from YouTube. That's not the reason I did it, but it's helpful. So now we've been able to do a couple of Friday live streams. For today, I was going to go at 1 o'clock, but I forgot about something, so I started at 2 instead, and that's Eastern, of course. So I'll be on time today for what I need. But thank you, Scratch and PPA, of course. So let's talk about his channel, giving an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he pits 2 lottery tickets against each other in his Scratch Challenge series of videos. He gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video. If we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do, it sets a series apart, makes it unique. and a lot of fun to be a part of. He also premieres every Tuesday, and if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, even when it was like overwhelming earlier. Faster than most others. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer, Hilda DC, VS Speaks Royally, and a few select others. It's very fast paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of that as well. And Scratch and PPA has had his presentation on the forefront of his mind ever since his beginning almost 4 years ago now, with this bright, beautiful avatar matched by his thumbnails, which feature content and a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. His banners updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complemented ever since his very first video over 3.5 years ago. Scratch and PPA as well expanded the content on his channel this year, taking a trip to Italy where he gave us his very first live stream and has promised we can expect more in the future. And then shorts he brought us as well, with a lot of vlogging style shorts, which is interesting, showing us a lot of the different areas he visited while he was in Italy, and then some Italian lottery tickets to go along with that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. This fellow Canadian, of course, is also monetized with lots of ways to support him, including super chats, super stickers, super thanks. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Now, I wonder how much I missed out of my speech for Scratch and PPA's channel, racing through it. I was thinking about it while I was talking about it, knowing I'd probably missed something. Hilda DC, I'm going to put you right back on the wheel right now. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I clear the wheel a couple of times during the stream, but put everybody back as soon as I realize that they're still here if I thought they were gone for a while. Trish the Natural's up on the screen right now. This creator brings us natural hair care and other health and beauty and lifestyle videos. This creator also has presentation at the forefront of her mind ever since the very beginning. We know that this creator has had a professional look to all of her thumbnails, and those bright, bold headshots make her recognizable. What I really like about this channel, one of the things, is the idea that when you roll over the video, you get the exact idea for the video that you were expecting when you clicked on that thumbnail because of those headshots, let's just say. Now, she's got a brand new video here from yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now. That will help me to keep caught up with her. And Trish the Natural as well has got some shorts over here. These have gotten into 2,100, 2,200 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams where she started collaborating with other creators, like I Am Betty J Gathers there. Oh, they're together. And Trish the Natural is here with us just about every stream as well, for which I'm grateful. And she is working on 1,500 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her a little bit closer towards that milestone. And Sweet Melissa's back in the house. I cleared the wheel a little while ago. I'm going to put your channel right back on the wheel. I'm going to spin. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Jennifer Ocean Homestead is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Why won't my phone charge today? Pardon me, everything I try. I got it plugged in and sitting on a charger that's got that induction charging, and it just won't charge. This is what I mean about whining and complaining. I like to keep Instagram open in case the moderators want to get a hold of me. Not that I'm watching every minute, but in case something's up, which there's not today, but that's okay. And then, yes, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is up on the screen right now. This is another fellow Canadian from New Brunswick who brings us homesteading content, mostly outdoors. Nice to see a video showing a giveaway from Jesse and Lisa, their Happy Mail video. They were with us earlier today. Obviously, a couple of over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Jennifer Ocean Homestead, for the most part, will bring us outdoors or into the greenhouse and occasionally bring us inside side as well. Shorts on the channel have gotten into now 7,000, even 10,000 views, but we get a little bit more variety here, all along the homesteading idea though. And it's interesting to see, there's a few channels that we see that mix a bit of variety into the shorts on their channels, but almost everyone either does shorts that are completely random and may not have anything to do with their content, or shorts that are completely in line with the channel in one way or another. A lot of our homesteading friends will talk to us about being budget conscious, let's just say. So when we see a short like this where they're in the grocery store showing the price of chicken has gone through the roof, which it has, then it falls in line with a lot of what our homesteading friends might talk about on their channel. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Oh, yeah, I'm using an iPhone 11. It works all the time. I have no idea why it won't charge today. I think maybe it's... Oh, I got the brightness all the way up. I usually don't do that. I usually keep the brightness around probably 70 or 80%. I remember yesterday, you know when your phone gets really hot and the screen gets dim? I don't know if everybody does that. I put mine to use Waze at the front of the truck, and then when the sun comes through the window, it makes it too hot, so the screen dims. Then I have to put it full blast just to kind of read it, and that might be what my problem is today. The screen way too bright. So Coastal Water is up on the screen right now, and this is a longtime friend. And Coastal Water and her husband Backlash Fisherman both support each other wholeheartedly, and I'm happy to hear that, because the biggest complaint I get on YouTube is why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to do it. So this husband and wife share a lot of responsibilities, not just around the house, but they're featured on each other's channels. They do similar content a lot of the time as well. So this thing called Cooking with Coastal is also something that her husband does. They share responsibilities around the kitchen. There's a lot of family togetherness on this channel. Occasionally she'll take us out for a family adventure or do an unboxing video, but she's also got a lot of these... Oh, pardon me, I'm thinking live streams here where she does car confessions. This is where she takes us for ride-alongs, a chance to get to know her, some more family togetherness there. And sometimes her and her husband are together, of course. She's got a live stream coming up tomorrow morning. She's typically on quite early so I say early, it's early for me, 8 a.m., let's just say, Eastern. And she's on frequently, and that's the whole family going to be featured tomorrow. Oh, they're going to do a family fish-off. That'll be interesting to see as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,400, even 10,000 views on one of them, which is great to see. And then I'm going to show your husband's channel, Backlash Fisherman. And when we look at Backlash Fisherman, we see a first responder. This is Matt, and he is fishing first on his channel. Sometimes he takes us on his travels. He's got shorts over here, though, that feature a small bit of variety. These have gotten into 3,800, 6,200 views and beyond. And live streams. He does a bit more content over here with some StreamYard panels, familiar faces over there, of course. He's also got a ride-along series like his wife was doing, and then he's got a few cooking with Backlash, both live streams and videos, and it's great to see the family togetherness here, supporting each other even with separate channels. Backlash Fisherman is monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then travels and gardening with DJ is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Travels and Gardening with DJ is featuring a lot of new content here, and they let us know they're going to be featuring a lot more shortly. So most of their videos are quite short. I'm just going to take one from a few days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. They're posting frequently over here. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see they've done okay here already, getting into 1,600 views and 1,700, which is great. Those will continue to grow as they post more and more. And then they've got a second channel, and I'm never going to remember fast enough what it is. And then, let me see if I can catch it. DJ's Adventures. Or is that this channel? Yeah, that's this channel. Okay, pardon me for that. I'm going to have to skip the second channel this time, but we'll get to it next time. We'll spin. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Hilda DC is known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. She's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been for 4 years now. She's got a premiere coming up a little bit later next month, but I'm going to put my notification on for that right now. We always put notifications on for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams, even though we have the notification bell on. And she's about to hit 2,500 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can get her to that exciting milestone or a little bit closer anyway. Hilda DC is going to do a lot of taste test and product reviews. She might do comparisons between different interesting food combinations, a lot of cooking videos on her channel, and she's got some shorts that have done extremely well. 6,000, one at 47,000 views. And then live streams. She has been known to be on many different channels with StreamYard panels and hosted a lot of StreamYard panels as well. I've joined her many times, both on her channel and others. The conversation can go anywhere. Yes, the conversation can go anyway once we get there. And then, of course, she's monetized as well. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This creator's content is full of positive affirmations, both from the creator herself, special effects on the screen, as well as she even gets Nightbot on the case. And this is where I say she's one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. Next up is Sweet Melissa. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time. I know we've got some friends that run the stream in the background, like my dear friend Jaden, who I talked to earlier today. And I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just giving a thumbs up. Next stream is planned to be Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll try to slip one more in before next Saturday's premiere. I hope everybody's ready for that. Our guest, Moz6510 Models, gives us his insight as to how we can get over 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channels, because he's been a friend of ours for years and he's done it. Sweet Melissa is up here with 209 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. Sweet Melissa lets us know they're a member of a lot of product review and testing sites, so they get a lot of products to review and test, and then they bring those to us in their YouTube videos. They can do anything from household supplies to snacks to just about anything under the sun, and it's pure variety on this channel. For that reason, sometimes they got more than one thing to show us as well. When we get into shorts on the channel, this can be pure variety, but they've already done really well over here, getting into 1,200 and 2,100 views. One of these has 7,000, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sweet Melissa. They're here with us for just about every stream, and I run into them all the time when I'm out supporting other creators, bouncing in between premieres and live streams myself. So I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. Thank you so much to our moderators. Forgive me, everyone, for our quick exit today, but we'll see everybody again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.